A large part of a lawyer's job is negotiation. Now, generally most lawyers are willing to negotiate and compromise with other attorneys. Right? Negotiation and compromise is usually the way to get the best results for your client and also the most time efficient and cost effective way of resolving legal matters. Though there are a small group of lawyers who seem to hate compromise, hate negotiation, and they just love to fight over every little thing. So these sorts of lawyers, they seem to have two types of clients. First, they have clients who are very much like them and just want to fight. They don't care about results. They're just not going to give in no matter what. And then there's another sort of client that I think these attorneys tend to have. And these clients just sort of seem to be oblivious as to what's going on. They think their lawyer knows what he's doing. They think their lawyer is tough, is fighting on their behalf. And they just sort of assume, I guess, that anything, any contract negotiation, divorce, separation agreement, it's just meant to be dragged on and on and on like this. So if you're in a situation and the lawyer's not reaching any sort of compromise with the other side, not giving an inch on anything, it's important that you ask him what it is that's being argued over. And he should be able to explain it to you in a way you can understand. If you don't understand it, that should be a red flag. And when he tells you what it is he's trying to avoid, you should ask him what the likelihood is of the sort of scenario that he's afraid of. All right? So say, look, if we don't insist on this point or this term or this clause, what's the likelihood that harm will come to me? And if it does, what's it going to cost me? What is it going to mean? And one last thing you should keep in mind is the disposition of the other side. There are some lawyers who have never stepped foot in the courtroom, and I don't think they would, no matter what the contract said. So if you're dealing with that sort of lawyer, odds are that lawyer's not going to bring suit against you. However, there's other lawyers who, the instant they get the opportunity to do it, they go racing down to the courthouse to file a complaint and start litigation. Right? And if that's the case, then you should trust your lawyer in stretching things out, insisting on certain terms and certain safeguards for you. Right? But generally speaking, negotiations and compromise, and contracts and agreements, they should not take months and months and months. Lawyers should be able to agree on terms and get things signed on a relatively quick basis, depending on the scenario they're dealing with.